everybody, it's Zeidoktor here, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review will be a little different than what I've done in the past. This one isn't dedicated to any one particular chapter of a series, it's just dedicated to one chapter that is a series. This is a segment I've been thinking I've been thinking about off and on for a long time now, and I'm going to start it here, since it's just a quick little one chapter week. And I'm going to call this is a segment I've been calling Under the Radar. And what it refers to basically is a manga that you might enjoy yourself, but it's kind of obscure. Like maybe you just stumbled across it one day, just clicking around. Ooh, what's this about? Oh, hey, I like this. That kind of thing. The idea comes from like a forum from a forum thread on the TV Tropes forums, which is basically just that, like, personally followed manga under the radar for everyone else. And this is one of my contributions to that thread. It's a one-shot manga, meaning there's just one chapter of it. I came across it when because I have like the Scandalous Inside Manga Here's Facebook on my likes, so I get to see stuff from them sometimes. And one day they were showing off a manga recommendation, and I saw this. Need I say more? I mean, you see something like that, and you're almost compelled to see what the hell is that about. And so I went looking, and that picture was part of the climax of a manga called Prison Princess. And before you say anything, the title is not what it sounds like. The series is not what the title makes it sound like, I should say. Like, that's actually its full title. Prison Princess, not what it sounds like. Our story follows the return of an evil overlord to the kingdom, and who has captured the fair Princess Sina and locked her away in the castle. However, during her captivity, she has befriended the gargoyles that are ostensibly supposed to guard her, by saving one of them from being overworked by the higher guards. They actually concoct a way for her to escape prison that involves going through the sewers, which she flat out refuses because she does not want to tarnish her image as a princess by going through sewers. But before you start assuming she's just some frilly pink princess classic, go back to this. Yeah, they actually do break out of the cell. They actually start going down, and when they run into a regular guard, she kicks him in the gut, grabs him with her legs, and flips him down. Like it's something like out of a Street Fighter movie if you're like playing like Princess Peach's Chun-Li, pretty much. At which point we learned that as a little girl, she was quite the tomboy. Like, think Star Butterfly, like Star versus the forces of evil, Star Butterfly, and you've got the idea. And she was great. She was trained to fight by the knights, and she tended to quarrel with her mother about this fact because she wanted to be a fighter, a soldier, to help out, not just wait in the castle. However, I'm not going to spoil from this point forward. I'm not going to spoil anything in detail, but we do learn that she gained a new when her mother passed away. Sina gained a whole new understanding of what it meant to be a princess or a queen. And as such, despite her, even though she never lost her tomboyish ways, she's now determined to protect the austerity of the role of princess and everything that entails. And that whole thing even factors into the climax when she and the gargoyles come face to face with the evil overlord himself and have to face him down. Yep. And again, I'm not going to spoil anything after that because if you actually go and read it yourself, I don't want you like being ruined on it. It's one thing for the weekly series because we're always getting new stuff anyway. But this is a one shot. I'm not going to mess it up for you. But that said, Prison Princess, again, not what it sounds like. It was a fun story. Like, nothing spectacular, nothing super great, but that's kind of the point of this segment. To find series that aren't going to top the ranks. But you know what? I like them anyway. That's what I'm going for with these. So Prison Princess is my first under the radar recommendation. Like I said, just a one shot, like 40 odd pages. I can't find who translated the English version, so I don't know who it was there. I mean, I'll take one more quick look here about that. Yeah, nothing on here, at least where I'm looking about who did the actual translation on that, so I can't tell you where to find it otherwise beyond just wherever you find your manga normally. But it shouldn't be hard to find. I mean, if you have a place where you go to read manga, it's not in English as far as I know, so you do kind of have to go for the scanlation sites. No helping that, I'm afraid. I mean, I don't think this one's ever going to come to stateside just because it's just an obscure one shot. So take that for what it is. That's it. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'd call it a solid 3.5, give or take. Maybe 3 at least. Because like I said, it's nothing spectacular. It's not gonna be like life changing, but it's fun. Like when I shared it on the board, like the one mentioned was it's only one shot. There's not like a lot of time to set up the world or things like that, but it uses what it has effectively. So you can just kind of sit back, read, enjoy, and just get a little kick out of the badass tomboy princess. Like I said, that's a trope you like. Go for it. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this review. Once again, this has been my first episode of Under the Radar, focused on Prison Princess. Now, what that sounds like, I hope you do enjoy. And if you go and read it, and I hope you enjoy, let me know. Hit up in the comments. Just tell me what you thought. Maybe you liked it. Maybe you hated it. Maybe you thought it was stupid. Whatever. I mean, like I said, the idea is just finding something new, something you might not have seen before. If you have something else, if you have some under the radar thing you'd like me to take a look at, hit me up. I love finding weird series, like things that are like odd or quirky or stuff that's just not done very often or does old stuff in a new way. That's why I like things like One Piece and Academia. Like One Piece is always so weird and quirky a lot of times, and Academia takes the tried and true and turns it into fun little twists on it. So anything like that, if you want to maybe see me do a segment on it, hit me with it. Go for it. I'll be glad to take a look if I can find it and take a look at it. But in the meantime, I don't know how often I'll do these, but I'll try and at least get them in every time there's just a 1 chapter week. Like if there's only Academia, which will probably be a little more common than it has been between Oda's One Piece breaks and the fact that the 5 series, the typical manga you start out with, is now whittled down to officially 3. So I'll probably try and get these down here. It's like I can think of a couple other series offhand I've read and liked. I can throw this way. The next one I'm thinking of right offhand might be Don't Become an Otaku Shinozaki-san. There's a Japanese title I can't remember offhand, but that's the basic translation. And I haven't looked at that one in a while, though, so I want to give it a reread before I actually go into any kind of depth with it. Maybe take some notes. This is just a one shot, so even if I hadn't read it in a while or refreshed myself now, it wouldn't be a huge deal. But in the meantime, so we've got this week's chapter of My Hero Academia. And until next time, bye bye.